Alright guys, how you doing? Hacked Single Figures here again. Come up to Howley Hall to see Ryan Rastall for another lesson. So this will be lesson 3. So I'm assuming he's going to have a look and see where we are after my last lesson, which if you haven't watched it, check that video out now. It's on the channel. The main purpose of that lesson was to try and aim, feel like I'm hitting it left, to try and clear the left side of my body, particularly my left shoulder, because I get a little bit stuck behind the ball. So that's what I've been working on, so no doubt we'll have a look at that first, and hopefully we'll get to do some short game stuff today as well with Ryan. The other thing as well, actually guys, before I go in, comment below, let me know what you guys are working on in your game. Comment below, let me know what your plans are this winter, and we can push each other along to the end. So yeah, let's go in and see Ryan. Let's go and see what he's got planned for us this week, and yeah, let's go and see how we get on.
So, let's have a bit of a look at what we worked on last time.
Yeah.
We'll see how it's gone with your practice and things you worked on this week. See if it's made a bit of a difference to what we're seeing on the TrackMan. Just have a bit of a recap on what we were working on, and then I want to get stuck into some short games. So we'll probably get out on the short game area, do a bit of chipping, have a look at a bit of technique. So if you remember last time, things we were working on, trying to get the club a bit more, so it felt more behind you on the way back, particularly, and then trying to turn through the shot better, so getting that left shoulder out the way and sort of turning your upper body slightly quicker than normal. Best swing you've done. So if we just look at the swing before that and then that one, if we look at the club path, look on the one before, you're just getting a little bit that sort of into out position, that left shoulder maybe not quite clearing through it enough, which is forcing the club right through impact. You're getting the club face so much better than you were last time, so everything was massively shut when we were hitting it before. Really most of them that we've seen, with the odd exception, I mean that one's a bit closed, that one's only just closed, it's the path more than anything that's causing the curvature there, and these last two, you know, they're 0 and minus 0.5, which is fine. I mean that's absolutely great. It's trying to make sure that club path doesn't get too positive, so too far from the inside, so it's really focusing on that body trying to turn through the shot more, just to try and neutralise the ball flight, really, because like I said last time, our aim is to get the ball higher, spin a little bit more and stop a little bit quicker when it's hitting the ground. So before we were seeing up to 20 yards of run when the ball was landing. There we can see it's sort of 16, 17 yards of run. So it's, sorry, 12, 13 yards of run we're seeing on the numbers there. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, we really want to see it stop within 10, really, of where it lands. Particularly with a 7-iron. I mean, I would be worried if I had more than 5, really. I'd want it to be stopping very, very quickly. I think if we were aiming for 10, that's not bad. So we've got 11 there, which is, you know, it's not your best, but it's certainly better than it has been. I mean, looking at you know, ones before when it's been a bit more hooky or a bit more left, we're getting, you know, nearly between 16 to 20 yards really on some of them. That one much higher flight, more spin, so it's going to stop that bit quicker. So really, club face has improved massively. We've just got to get that body turning more. So we've got to feel it behind you on the way back, and then that upper body really turns a lot on the way through. I just think from there, you've then got to, it's the transition from here to the ball. So as we go down, we've got to feel, I think the legs slide across too much there, which means that you're stuck behind it. So we've got to keep the legs more still and the upper body turning more onto it. But because you've got the club feeling like it's more behind you, you're tending to be more shot off to the target when you get to the bottom. So, like I say, we're going to have to work really hard on that sort of chest and upper body turning more through the shot. That's it. So the way that you've tried to cheat that when you've been practicing is taking it away steeper, isn't it? Because then it's easier to hit across it. But what that can do is make the club face more shut, can't it? So. Path and face are pretty well matched there, so we've got the path just slightly right, 3 degrees, and the face just about 1 degree right, so it's going to start right and the shape's going to bring it back onto target again, so that's better. He turned better through that one. I think if we were to stop that at impact, let's just play this through. If we stop this swing as we're coming down, and we'll just click through it frame by frame, so just bear with me. As we go down there, it's from the inside a bit there, but as we strike it, you see that left shoulder just gets out of the way that little bit earlier, done it on that one, so we're pretty square to target there. So that's what's neutralised the path by 2 or 3 degrees, and then you've just controlled the face nicely, so we get just a nice little draw shot that finishes on target, you know, and we've got it landing and stopping within that 10-yard gap that we're looking for, haven't we? So that's good. A bit more spin than what we're used to. No, it's great. Really good shot that. So yeah, you've turned nicely through it. Better takeaway. Shot. That's the bad shot I want you to be hitting. Yep. That is not destructive. It misses a green by about 2 or 3 feet, rather than 5, 10 yards left and hooky and horrible. That one's a softer flight, just a bit of a block, isn't it? Backswing steep again, come on. Let's get it round you. Right, 3/4 backswing then, and just feel it so much more behind you. That's it, that's so much better position. 3/4 it, and get it behind you. Horrible strike, but much better swing if you look at it on the video. That's tons better, and it's not 3/4, is it? That's a perfect swing, lengthwise. You just fatted it because you stayed behind it, didn't you? But we were trying to work on 2 things here. We're trying to get the backswing better, and then we're trying to turn more through the shot. Trying to do both when you're swinging is difficult. So when you're practicing, I would do 10 swings and make sure every single backswing is perfect. Then 10 swings, getting the through swing better. And like we did last time, those drills where you're aiming left of target and feel like you're hitting across yourself a bit more, they're really good for the through swing. That look good. Yep. Good shot. Good shot. If I could fix people's swing faults in 2 weeks, I'd be a lot richer man than I am. Do you know what I mean? So it's guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to happen like that, and anyone who thinks it does is stupid. So it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of practice. But I mean, that swing there is great. You've cleared through it really well. Top of the backswing position was good. Got onto your front foot, and your weight's got through it as well. So, you know, the result, as we can see on the left, is a higher flight, more spin, and one that stops quicker. So we've actually stopped it within 10 yards there, haven't we? Well, it's just over, isn't it? Only just. That's really good. So that magic 10-yard number of carry to total is closer, isn't it? Yeah. So it's really more of the same, isn't it? It's trying to keep that club from coming away steeply. So we want to make sure it still gets behind you, and then we've got to really work on turning that upper body through more, haven't we? Right, now let's go outside and sort out this short game.